to your attention. We want to compare here oranges with oranges. As at the 30th day, from the time that each country got its first case, please note, from the day each country got its first case, the number of cases from the 30th, from the first day, the United States had just gotten 15 cases from the time it started. South Africa had 1,585. Kenya, if you remember, we had 191. Somalia had 80 and 58 in Uganda. Now, number of cases on the 60th day, in other words, in a period of only 30 days, the number of cases in the US, you can see the increase. The percentage increase there, almost 94%. You can see the increases in South Africa from 1,500 to 7,000. The increases in Kenya from 191 to 715, which is about 2.7 times folds. Somali, you can see the increase, and you can see Uganda much less, again, because of the total lockdowns that they had. So just to come now closer home again, to really spell out what's happening on the ground. If you look at the map here, the last time that I brought to your attention this map here, the number of dots were much lower than today, because as of today we have 23 counties that have got positive cases, all the way from up here in Mandera, all the way down here in Mombasa. You can see Nairobi here. We have sectionalized Nairobi at this spot, and you can see Kamukonji, just about here in the center. Again, you go to Mombasa, and you can see what is happening here essentially around the old town, with our fatalities still remaining at 50, thank God. This is a distribution of cases by county. I would like you to look at the Nairobi cases, and this is an important figure to note, that we have now got 470 cases in Nairobi, while we have got 331 here in Mombasa. But that, you can see the figure in Kajiado, and please note that Kajiado figure again, because there's a specific reason why Kajiado has continued to grow like that. And then Mandera, Kiambu, its proximity to the town, Wajir, I'll explain again why Wajir is now here. Majia, Mandera, I'll explain all that as we move on. Again, this is to show the summary, but to look at the incidences, what happened after testing of persons in quarantine. And this figure here, the blue line, is the one that tells you the actual figures per day. And you can see it's fairly even, except for certain spikes, but cumulatively, as you can see, the figures in the country are continuing to go up. And that's the important thing, because it might not be increasing at a very fast rate, but nonetheless, it is going right up. Then if you look at the age groups and how they have been infected, 0 to 9, very few, 60, the main group, the main infections are here, between 20 years and 39 years. This is where it is the largest. And this is what we are calling mosquitoes, because a lot of them carry, but they don't actually succumb to it. With about 963 cases, the number of female infections, 38%, male, 62%. You can see that this gap has widened. As cases have increased, the gap has widened, and perhaps the doctors will tell us why this is the case, why we have got almost, nearly heading almost to double the figures. Now, I want you to look at this map very carefully to note that the importation of cases from the neighboring countries, look at that. That is Wajir. Wajir now has got 14 cases around here, and out of those 14, 12 actually are from neighboring Somalia. Around about here, as you know now, today we have got some more cases. And then largely you come to this border, particularly in the southern border. This is Isibania. You can see we have got 10 cases. And these are the cases we are talking about that have come from the neighboring countries. Namanga, the same thing. You go to Lunga, again, we have infections here. But the most important thing is not even these levels. We had our team, led by Dr. Amoth, that went to look at the situation in Namanga the other day. We have a team that went to all these border points from the Ministry of Health just to see the measures that can be taken. And what we are doing here is that we have increased the Nyumba Kumi activities in all